Hi Musical Explorers, welcome to another lesson. Today we're going to continue to do our Level 1 theory book. So we've actually made a little change to our videos. So instead of our videos being 15 minutes each time, we will be doing one lesson specifically for each video. Hopefully this will work better for you guys. Alright, now let's work on our lesson 4 about intervals. So we already did a little bit about intervals, but that's okay. We're still going to do level 4 in this lesson, or in this video. And yeah, let's continue from where we stopped last time. We're going to do this part now. So it's the same exercise as before, but in bass clef. So let's get started. So this is a octave, right? So that means it's going to be the same note, but an octave higher. Okay, so what is this note? It is an A. So we want to find an octave higher, like the octave higher than this A, which is also going to be an A. So it's going to be over here. Great. Now let's do this one, second. So let's just count from this E. 1, 2. This is our second. Now let's do seventh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to be on this A. Great. Now let's do the third. 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be right here. It's going to be a G. All right. Now let's do the fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be on this D. Sixth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to be a G. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is also on the G. Now let's do the second. This one's easy. 1, 2, right? It's just straight on this C. Got it? Awesome. Now let's do our number 4 exercise. This one is going to be the same thing, but it's going to basically be just like we're going to be counting intervals in like a specific piece. So this is from a song by Gerlit, I think. Yes, okay. Now let's start counting. So we're going to basically be counting the interval between the two circled notes that are given to us. So it's going to be an A, and a F. Okay, so let's count the distance or the interval. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's our 6th interval. Now let's do the next one. This one's in bass clef. 1, 2. So that's the second interval. Now let's do this one. This one's also in bass clef. 1, 2, 3. F to A, so that's just 3. Third. Awesome. Now let's do another piece, the shepherd's pipe. So this one's in bass clef as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is our 5th interval. Let's do this one now. So 1, 2, 3, 3. Third. Awesome. Now let's do this one. Here. This one. 1, 2. Correct. That's just a second interval. Got it. Now let's do this one. This one is, let's see. This one's in treble clef, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So that's our 4th interval. All right. I think intervals are pretty self-explanatory. It's basically just counting the distance between the two given notes. Okay? Amazing. Now let's move on to our next page. Okay, let's look at this side now. This side is, let's see, an interval game. So we're going to be playing a fun game, okay? Okay, let's read this. Name each of these intervals, then add the two numbers. Your answer should equal the number of the last interval. So that's going to be Let's see. All right. So this is, yeah, we're going to be doing a little bit of math here. So yeah, but it's going to be pretty easy and self-explanatory as well. So yeah, basically we have to count the interval between the first two notes and then the second interval, and then the addition of these two intervals should be the interval of the third intervals. So I hope that made sense to you guys. But yeah, let's get started. Okay, so this one's in bass clef. Let's see. So this is 1, 2. So that's a second interval. What about this one? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Third interval, correct? So that's right. Third. All right, now let's do some math here. So 2 plus 3, second plus third, equals 5. So that's gonna get us the answer, fifth for our third interval, like that. And in order to check, we can make sure we can count this interval to make sure that it is the fifth interval. Got it? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, that works, right? Awesome. Now let's do our next example. Let's see. It's just basically the same thing. But yeah, we get to do a bit of math here. So yeah, 1, 2, 3. That's a third, right? Third interval. Great. Now let's do this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Fourth interval. Now what's 3 plus 4? It's 7. So this is our seventh here. Now to check, we can count the actual interval between these two notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Correct. So we got that one correct. Now let's do this one. This one's in treble clef. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth interval. What about this one? 1, 2. That's a second interval. Now what's 4 plus 2? It's 6. So it's going to be 6. Sixth interval. So let's make sure that this is correct by counting the actual interval. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. So it is correct, right? Awesome. Now let's do our second exercise. Name each of these intervals, then add the two numbers. Complete the third interval in each measure by drawing a note above the given note. Okay, so it's basically the same thing as the one we did above here, but we have to create our last interval by ourselves, okay? All right, so let's count the first two intervals first, okay? So 1, 2. So that's the second interval. This one, 1, 2, 3. Third, right? Correct. Well, what is 3 plus 5? Or 3 plus 5? What's 2 plus 3? Right, it's 5. I just gave you guys the answer. Fifth, right? Fifth. Awesome. Now, we're going to create our last interval by ourselves by the answer we got, okay? So since it's 5, we're going to count 5 up above this note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be on the D. So there, we just created that interval there. See, it's pretty easy, right? All right, let's do the next 3 problems. Now, what's this one? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Third interval. What about this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth interval. Now what's 3 plus 5? It's 8, correct. Eighth Now, isn't that just an octave? Correct. So since we have the note A, an octave away from that A, like an octave above, is going to be the high A, the higher A than that one. So it's going to be here. Yes, that's bass clef. Okay, that's bass clef. You have to focus on the clef as well. So, yeah. Okay, now let's do our next practice. So, let's see. This is in treble clef. And let's count. 1, 2. So that's a second interval, right? What about this one? This one looks like the same one, right? So that means that's also a second interval. Awesome. Now what's 2 plus 2? It's 4, right? So that's going to be a fourth. Now, what's 4 notes away from this F? 4 notes above this F? It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be a B right here. Correct. Now let's do this one. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is our fourth interval. Next one. 1, 2, 3. Third, right? Now what's 4 plus 3? It is 7. So that's going to get us our 7th interval. Now let's count 7 above this given D, because it's in bass clef, remember, to always check the clef before you do the problem. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's redo that. That was a little confusing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's going to actually be on a C, like that. Let's recount to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got it. Awesome. So that's going to be it for today's lesson, I believe, because we already got to lesson 5 already. So that's going to be what we're going to be doing in our next video. Today's lesson is a little bit short because we already started on some of our intervals from our previous lesson. But that is all right because we're going to be doing our videos lesson by lesson from now on instead of 15 minutes. So I hope that works better for you guys. And let us know if you guys have any questions about anything or about this new system. All right, Musical Explorers, I hope you guys enjoyed that lesson. We learned a lot more about intervals, and we were able to figure out intervals in certain pieces, as well as we did the little interval game where we did some math as well. So that was really fun. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in our next lesson. Bye!